It's a beautiful middle of the week. Temperatures not too crazy either. 94 degrees feels like 90. What? What's up with that? Well, it's mainly because I'm looking at a little bit of cloud cover. It's very high level cloud cover. So a lot of these clouds, they're not made of water droplets, they're made of ice crystals. So humidity down at the surface, next to nothing, because all of that way up there. It also leads to some beautiful sunset pictures, but it makes it feel a bit cooler. And it's cooler across the board, and I say cooler in a very loose term, mainly because, hey, we're not in the upper 90s like yesterday. So I'll take those mid to low 90s any day of the week in comparison. Personally, I prefer to be like 75, but that's just me. Hey, a lot of those 90s hanging around the Permian Basin, mid 80s in those higher elevations, even mid 90s along the Rio Grande. Here's that line of upper level clouds that's just passing its way through, but it will be hanging around into the overnight hours. That's going to keep temperatures a little bit on the warmer side. Okay, it's not perfect, but we'll take what we can get. 70 degrees certainly isn't bad. It's above average, yeah, but we do have the return of southerly winds. That's going to keep temperatures on the upswing come tomorrow afternoon. We're easily going to be getting into those upper 90s, if not triple digits. It's all going to depend on that cloud cover. I have mostly cloudy skies for tomorrow ahead of this incoming cold front. So let's break it down on that future track. So we have that southeasterly flow into the overnight hours. A lot of that cloud cover kind of clears up in the early part of the morning, but notice that southerly wind is really dominant over the entirety of the area, and we see nothing but that cloud cover into the afternoon and evening hours. Early Friday morning, maybe a spotty shower. Now, these are just going to be very isolated showers hanging out in our far westernmost counties, and they try to sneak their way in with one little band popping up right around Howard County around 5 o'clock in the afternoon or so on Friday, but then much of the rest of the day, hey, we look pretty good going into Friday night football. Hold on to your hats, of course, because models can easily be subject to change. However, right now it looks like a very good outcome. Here's that cold front. Watch that dip down in the jet stream really into Friday, but then it starts to heat right back up. And we're going to see the effects of the warming trend go into early next week, not necessarily the weekend. So let's break it down for you on that 9-day. 99 for tomorrow, all dependent on that cloud cover and what we end up seeing. Friday, I have those pop-up rain chances, but they're going to be very, very small. The heavier rain chances are going to be more so for Saturday and Sunday. Non-severe weather is expected right now. I'm going to keep my eye on it too because I just don't trust everything nowadays. But we heat right back up once the rain and the cloud cover go away, back into those 90s because summer has still got a tight grasp on West Texas. Sydney.
All right, Jordan, thanks. Well, coming up next at 5, Amazon is